Hello, everyone. This is Jim Sporer from the International Society of Service Innovation Professionals, ISSIP, and it's my pleasure today to be talking with Petri Parvinen from the University of Helsinki. He's a professor of strategic marketing and management there. And Petri, congratulations on winning the award, the ISSIP award for the best presentation on the Practitioner implications HICSS session, and there's a very nice video of your presentation out there for that. But I was thinking today, if you could just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your research, tell us a little bit about this award-winning recent research you did with YouTube, that would be fantastic. So over to you, Petri.
All righty, Jim, thanks a lot. Really, the shout out goes to my team over here and the business partners that we have also involved in this research. I think it's very important to be able to do collaborative research between academia and business, particularly in these sort of very fast moving things where analytics is going so fast and there's so much wisdom out there in the private companies, and there are very smart professionals working with deep and complicated analytics, and also have a lot of perspective into how do you use analytics and what do you actually do with it. And it's not just the beauty of having analytics, but it's the habit and the routines and the realities of using those analytical insights into actually doing something with your systems or in business. So I guess Finland, a tiny little nation in the corner of Europe, has always been known for its engineers and its computer engineers in a way. I always have this joke of saying that maybe one of the reasons why we have so many computer scientists is that we're at the latitude of Alaska. So it's really cold out there and really dark in the winter. So I think a lot of engineering-minded people have moved away from construction work and gone into being able to work indoors. And work with computers. So Finland definitely adopted computing early and internet banking early and all these things. And I think we've always been very smart about making different kinds of bonds and ties between university academia and businesses. So maybe people know companies like Nokia, for example, that was a world leader in cell phones and is still a world leader in telecommunications networks. And we've always had this idea that maybe we should exchange information between university and businesses to be able to do that. That kind of flavor has always been with me ever since I started doing research. I initially did my PhD on the psychology of selling companies. So why do people sell their companies? Why are there so many mergers and acquisitions out there? Whereas they don't really create a lot of value. But I got frustrated with the sort of strategic management research and was more interested in new technology and the actual use of technology and the use of business. So I've tried to sort of follow my heart in the sense and go into more detailed, more how should I put, focused stuff and less on the sort of open-ended, very abstract strategy theorization. That's kind of one of the problems I think with management research generally, that it's just seems to be very detached from not only realities but also detail. So in different kinds of information systems research, I find it really inspiring that you're actually at the heart of the use and the development of those systems, and you're actually studying something that can be used and felt and developed together with the businesses. Marketing and sales in particular has always been out there as a bit of a flavor to what we've been doing as research with my teams. I've also participated in several international consortia with likely-minded people. Usually we're just the people who just get frustrated with very abstract theoretical things, and we want to work with sort of in research that has something to do with R&D. So I think that goes along with a lot of the colleagues that I'm working with, both in computer science and information systems research, as well as service research, as well as management and marketing research. So the piece that we did I've been coming to HICSS a lot, and I really like the fact that HICSS has a lot of different tracks, and there are always new tracks flying in. We have a lot of Minitrack tradition, but there are always new Minitracks as well. So I kid you not, the first time I heard about blockchains and Bitcoins was at HICSS. So there are things that really are far and foresighted at HICSS, and I really love going to HICSS with that, and also taking pinpointers. I don't only like write papers and review papers and engage in the academic dialogue, but I'm always looking for like smart detail in the HICSS papers, and there are hundreds in such a big conference. So I've always liked the fact that he has this dual approach to not only credible academic research and the whole community around universities, but also sort of fresh stuff, if you wish.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. So the piece that we wrote for it was really more of a teaser paper or something like an idea paper at the time when we wrote it for the ISSIP track, was that it was on YouTube analytics. And I think it's kind of worrying that much of the analytics that goes into who watches moving image and how is it used for marketing purposes goes to tapping deeper and deeper into the personal details of the people watching it. So you always want to acquire more and more knowledge about the viewers and their expenditure and the way that they spent money and the products that they've been viewing, and the kind of networks that they have. So it's kind of this obsession of using analytics to go into the privacy zone, if you wish. And I always wanted to. We've had a research project for a long time where we've been developing something we call small data algorithms. So it doesn't like enrich this huge database about people, but it's rather optimizing per visit. It's optimizing just based on what you do as a visitor, and you can be an anonymous visitor and it still works. So the same thing went along this YouTube paper that we wrote on YouTube analytics. We want to be able to do some micro-analytical analysis of the moments that are in the sort of the more commercial moments that are built into commercial moving image shows that you show on YouTube. And also then couple that up with some of the statistics that YouTube provides you with viewer retention, and try to sort of analyze the content and the viewing a little more and leave the viewers be for a while, if you wish.
Yeah, very good, Petri. And this short YouTube is of course, an on-ramp to the session at HICSS. And as you said, HICSS brings industry and academia together to understand all these emerging technologies. And I think, congratulations again, your paper analyzing commercial collaboration attractiveness and YouTube-based micro-analytics content labeling and audience retention was the Best Paper Award winner. And I really do think, that HICSS is a great conference for bringing academics, top-rated academics in this area of new information systems together with industry to see how new technologies are applied. And ISSIP is also about that. We're about industry academic collaboration and recognizing and awarding service innovation excellence. So thank you, Petri. I also want to put in a plug for coming to visit Finland in the winter. Your northern lights are beautiful. I think it's a little crazy when I see the people out windsurfing and it's sub-zero weather on the little bits of open ocean water there, but very hardy. And I've visited Finland many times, and I just have to say it's one of the most beautiful countries, and I urge people to come visit. It's just fantastic. Just to close this video out, I'm curious, Petri, how have you seen the pandemic accelerate the digital transformation of business and society? Any last thoughts for us there?
There's a sociologist in Europe called Manuel Castells, and he was one of the people who foresaw the rise of the network society in the 90s. And I think Manuel's put it in a nice way. He says that societies tend to come out of recessions and hard times the way they were already supposed to be before the recession or the hard times started. So crises realize the opportunities that we have with digitalization. And I think when you look at the performance of a lot of companies, you see that many of the benefits of digitalization and creative destruction is something that we're seeing right now. And just maybe we'll look back to COVID times 10 years from now and go like, well, you know, things did move forward as well, right?
Absolutely, absolutely the case. Well, thank you very much, Petri. This has been a great opportunity to get to know you a little bit, your research, what you think about HICSS, and you know, the bringing of industry and academia together for great practitioner research with implications for practitioners. So thank you very much for this interview.
Thanks very much, and thanks for running ISSIP, and all the best for HICSS.
All right, thank you. I'm going to stop the recording.